Let's go through this video. First up, we're going to do some hair washing and how I wash my hair. So let's go! Alright, so here we are in the shower, washing your hair, first step. You really want to get that scalp clean. You want to focus on just washing your scalp, really. Getting all that product and all that gunk out of there. So yeah, just focus on washing your scalp. Then you want to wash it out. And then you want to get some conditioner. And I like to just condition my ends and leave the conditioner out of my scalp. A little secret to help you go a little longer without washing the next time. Then I like to comb all the knots out, going back. Then when I'm all done with that, I like to wring out my hair. You don't ever want to do that. It's going to rough up the cuticle. So you just want to you pat dry your hair with the towel. That'll keep the cuticle nice and soft so you won't get any frizzies. Then I like to use a detangler spray before I start brushing. And when I'm brushing, I don't really like to worry about the part. I just want to get everything nice and combed out and get that product in there. So then when I start blow drying, I like to just focus on the roots first. So making sure those roots are nice and dry, and always, this is the most important thing with blow drying, is you always want to have your arm up, and you want to be going with the hair. You don't ever want to go against the hair. That's what's going to cause frizziness. And my hair is prone to frizziness, so you really want to make sure your arm is up and you're blow drying with the hair. So then when your roots are all getting dry, I would start combing everything forward and just giving it a nice tension, making sure everything's dry. Keep going. Make sure you're using that tension in the back too. So just grabbing it, picking up some tension with that comb, and then brushing everything forward. Constantly brushing, constantly lifting your arm up. If your arm starts to hurt, you can take a little break. So yeah, just blow drying, brushing, same repetitive motion over and over. You don't want to ever get lazy and start just blasting it, because that's when your hair is going to get frizzy. So then you can, you want to make sure all the moisture is out of your hair. You don't want any moisture in that hair before you start straightening. So yeah, you can use your arm, you can use your hand, and just make sure everything's dry. So then when it's dry, I like to use 2 clips for my hair. I like to section out that first part. And I always like to do the hard part first. So I like to do the back first. And you're probably going to need 2 clips depending on how long your hair is. But go ahead and clip out that back section. And use your brushes for tension. And then use the straightener above the brush. And then you can use your hands. Careful not to burn your fingers, but you can use your hands for the back. Now we're moving up sections. So same repetitive motion. Just make sure you're using that brush for tension, because you're really trying to get that hair straight before you straighten it. Now we're at the last section. If you're having trouble parting, you can always use this finger trick. And wherever you put your finger and guide the clip to, it's going to make a perfect section. It might take some practice, but you can do it. Just use your finger as a guide where you want your clip to go. So now I'm just going over the sections, making sure there's tension when I'm doing it, so I'm not straightening crooked lines into my hair. And then you just want to repeat for the back. It's all about sectioning, really. You can't get lazy here. You gotta use sections. You gotta have tension, and you gotta use sections. I'm left-handed, so I'm right-handed, so that's a little harder for me. All right, so then I like to just finish it off, making sure everything is nice and straight, making sure I didn't miss any pieces. And that's when I pick up the small mirror and just do a check. You always want to look in the small mirror and use the big mirror behind you, and that way you can see imperfections in the back. All right, so we got it done. Very nice. What I like to do to finish it off is do a little oil. So I'll just section off the hair where it was again. I'll use a little oil. You can even use your hand oils throughout the day, but I wouldn't put it at the scalp. I would just do it on the ends. I have other videos to show you how to do the oil, so go watch those if you need help. But you really just want those to get those ends tamed down. And another secret that I like to do is I like to put dry shampoo on my scalp before it needs it. So that way I can go another day without washing. I feel like just a little bit, it will give you some volume, and it will also just help, you know, so you don't have to wash your hair again. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great hair day. See you tomorrow or whenever. Sometime.